4K ranch was built over many, many years by my grandfather.
He continued to acquire and put together pieces and parcels over the next 50 years. And over that 50-year period, we've been able to aggregate a nice contiguous piece of property.
People have asked me why we did it. Teresa and I lived in a furnished apartment till we were well into our 30s, so we didn't have resources. I was building a firm and she was teaching school.
He likes hugs.
So it just evolved. There was never a plan.
He's defying the odds. If you think about Texas and the land trends that we're experiencing in this state and the conservation challenges, fragmentation is probably our greatest catalyst and greatest cause of conservation concern.
And by using a long-term focus on it, he was able to pull these pieces together and, put together a ranch of this scale, right next to where his family had land going way back to the 1880s.
Frank Hurd was my grandfather, and he built all these structures basically by himself. He was a rock mason, I guess you'd say. He did all the rock work himself. So every few years he seemed to build a building in honor of my dad.
It's inspiring for everybody that surrounds him. And
Hi.
This place is an accumulation of those 50 to 60 transactions that he made in order to piece it all together.
And I did take down the tree over here, Lisa.
Okay.
He has a great love for the land. He's instilled that in all of us. He has a great sense of responsibility. He loves the fact that as opposed to breaking it apart, we're trying to put it together.
And that passion is what allows him to be such a trustworthy man.
Our family settled here years ago. Some migrated from the south into Mason County. Others migrated in, Swedish immigrants with Magnus Swenson back in the 1840s, and then ultimately settled here.
And we live very simply.
We live real
personally.
simple.
We live very simply.
It was a big deal when Teresa got a washing machine in our house.
I've
And
been
it
married 11 years.
I remember putting quarters in a washing machine at a washateria, a laundromat, and having a clothesline in the backyard, and living very modestly. But we made those steps of buying that land versus buying that washing machine and dryer.
It's important to me because I know how hard my grandparents worked. I mean, they didn't. My grandparent Hurd had the oldest pickup in McCulloch County. It ran well. But when we went to the feed store, there'd be nice pickups next to us.
Hey, Dad, put three of them.
They worked so hard to be able to get that first amount of land that they got, and to think that 3 generations down the road that they had a young man, and my dad, who was so in love with the land.
1, 2, 3.
That he committed a lifetime to putting this ranch together.
Here we go.
I want our grandchildren and their children to know that we were stewards of this land, and that there were great people that came here way before us, many generations, that really set the foundation, and that we were just lucky enough to have the stamina, I guess you would say, to continue.
My grandfather does everything at 110%, even though that's not statistically possible, but it is for him. Did you see that? And this place would not be a possibility if it wasn't for his passion.
He has quite the passion for this ranch. It's literally never ended. He's at this age still pushing, working 7 days a week.
And to have somebody with that strong moral compass is inspiring to have in our lives.
Here you go, buddy.
There's no way he only goes 5 He gets like 5.
Yep, 5 pounds.
I'm really proud of him being honored for this role.
My sister and I have both grown up on this ranch, and I am going to ranch management at TCU like my grandfather and my dad, so I'm really excited to learn more about land conservation and how to continue to have this beautiful property.
And we'll do the combination of a prescribed burn and then that chemical treatment after the prescribed burn. Stewardship of the land and range management and all of wildlife management are an important budget item. And that's one of the things that I've learned. If you end up deferring that too long, you end up having effectively a facility that loses its value and loses its capacity because of all the invasive species that you've let in, all the improper management that you've maintained. So our role is to continue to allocate a portion of our time, our budget, and all of our resources in order to make sure that we continue to maintain the land and leave it better than we found it.
But I am delighted that we've got everybody together that's worked on the ranch, and it's been a big part of our family's life, and we're just glad everybody's here together.
I kind of came here as a youngster and grown up here, I guess, so after 30-something years. It's been an experience of a lifetime.
There. So I think of the ranch as synonymous with our family now.
Yeah, Damien, can I have that curry comb?
You know, I believe that there's a sanctity out here that I get nowhere else.
It's pretty good.
It's in our blood. I love every moment I'm here. I cherish the memories I've had with the generations before me.
And that has created a love for this place that draws from spirituality. This is where I feel most at peace. This is where I feel most as myself.
We hope that we're going to be a part of this land for the next 100 years.